What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sakina, and I'm back with another review. This is my review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 14, episode 8. So let's go ahead and hop right into it, y'all. The episode opens up, showing the ladies in their everyday, day-to-day lives. We see cute little Brooklyn. Oh my gosh, she is so adorable. She is talking to Kenya. Kenya is asking her what she learned at school. She learned the days of the week. She started off with Monday and Tuesday, and then she stopped. King was like, I want to hear the rest. Baby Brooklyn said, I'm eating. Okay, you're going to have to wait. Then we see Miss dropping it with Drew herself in the gym, and she's, working out, and she was asking one of the ladies who was a part of the workout how many pounds she's lost, and she's lost 22 pounds, I think since January, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like, okay, Drew, I understand you're a part of this dropping it with Drew business, and you're the face of the business, but you're not the personal trainer. So it's like, you're just as a part as this program as anybody else. You're not necessarily like the poster child for this drop it with Drew situation, if that makes sense what I'm saying. Do y'all get what I'm saying? It's like you just as much as trainee as this lady over here who lost 22 pounds. It's not like she was that guy who was training them and putting them to work. It's like, you're not the teacher. You're not really the leader. So what's going on? I'm confused. Okay, so she gets on the phone, I guess, with her business partner, and she was saying that she wants to throw a party for the Biggest Losers. So I'm sure we'll see that later on. And then we move over to the Jamaican athlete herself, the Jamaican Olympian, Sonya, and she's talking to her sister about how Aaron is on the road a lot. And when he's not there, basically like his presence is missed. And she said she wanted to have a conversation with him about, having another nanny and also not wanting to have another kid. She doesn't think that she wants one. And her sister is like, please do not have another child, because there's other things that you want to do and you don't want to give those up. And in Sonya's confessional, she was saying, yes, when Ross, when they had their baby, Deucey, Ross was very unemotionally there and physically there sometimes for the both of them, the baby and Sonya. And it's like he keeps drilling this, I want another baby, but she needs to hear from him that he understands all that she's been through, as far as taking care of the kid and also feeling alone in the process, and really, committed to changing. But I just feel like that's a very slippery slope when it comes down to that, because you never really know how that man will behave until the baby is here. And it's like, okay, well, if you already showed me how you were with our first child, what makes me so sure that you're going to change for this second child? So I totally understand her reservations. She's also saying, too, that she doesn't want to be, you can't be a happy parent if your cup isn't full, because she feels fulfilled by the other things that she has going on right now. And I get that, because if you have another child, guess whose hip that baby is going to be on? Yours. And that's going to take you away from the other dreams that you want to have fulfilled. So it's like, this man wants you to push out this baby, but it's not a guarantee that he going to have the baby on his hip. It's not going to be his baby. It's going to be yours. What we're not gonna do is continue to drive this Candy was not here for me bullshit in the ground. Like, literally, Marlo and fucking Sheree have nothing else to give to the cast as a whole outside of them ganging up on Candy out of no fucking where and running with this whole, she didn't support me because Tyrone left me in Philly. Bitch, you're grown. You don't need Candy to hold your hand. You do not. Marlo, you're not about to keep bringing up your foster childhood and abandonment issues. Girl, fuck that, because at the end of the day, Sheree, you bringing up, we were so close during the Smalls. I said the Smalls. Bitch, you know how long ago that was? And I'm glad Bravo did that flashback, because, bitch, y'all was the Smalls 10 years ago. Let that shit go. And it looked like y'all might have, based on the photos, y'all might have been hanging around all up until 2018. Shit changes. So it's like, y'all have these super high expectations of Candy to be this friend. So much so to where Marlo was throwing shade at her to the damn man who worked at the spa, so unnecessarily. Y'all have these high expectations for her, yet neither one of y'all black asses reach out to her. And I felt her when she said, I'm getting frustrated, because it's like, are you bitches dumb? Do y'all reach out to me? If I'm having issues with my family not giving enough time, why the fuck would I be carving out time for a bitch named Marlo who don't even have time for me and who keeps shading me after we just got fucking cool? We just got cool and it came out of your mouth, Marlo, that you knew me for 10 years and we just got cool, but yet you want me to carve out time for you over my family? Girl, fuck you and Sheree. Y'all old needy asses don't really fuck with Kandi like that. Y'all literally just teaming up because y'all the two weakest links on the show. The only reason why y'all are here because Cynthia and Portia left the show. Realize that. Shout out to Marlo for finally getting her peach. However, that's really the only reason that you two bitches are here. And it's like, okay, we're going to do the most to secure our peach. It's so frustrating. And that scene pissed me off, as y'all can hear in my voice. Oh my gosh, I was so here for Kandi. Like, you bitches are fake. And then Sheree with her terrible ass wig ponytail had the nerve to say Kandi was throwing a tantrum. Says the bitch who keep crying because Kandi didn't call her. Bitch, shut the hell up. And then had the nerve to say she's not a yes man. Are you sure? Because like I said, you always on the wrong team. You was right up Marlo's ass when y'all was down at the Jamaican cooking class, agreeing with her against your good friend Kenya, but you ain't a yes man. Shut your weak ass up. You done showed us time and time again that you are definitely a yes man. So please. Stanya prepares this dinner for Ross. You know, they love having a nice dinner and, you know, hitting them with the okie doke. So, you know, Stanya, she's not lying when she says she don't know her way around the kitchen, which still baffles me. Child, she was struggling like hell with the gas burners on the oven. It was just crazy, on the stove. It was crazy to me. You can tell she really did want her mama to step in and help, but mama was like, nah, I mean, baby, I'm going to feed Deuce these fries, and we're going to keep our eye out on him. But baby, as far as this food, all I can do is give you instructions from afar. But I'm not about to step in and do, you know, what you want me to do. So she makes sweet and sour salmon for Ross, and he actually likes the meal. But they get into the conversation of him being gone all the time. She said that he's been gone for majority of the month, like not even half, and he's going back and forth from Georgia to Texas because, again, they do have a chauffeur business in Austin, Texas. So sometimes he has to check on the car. Sometimes he even has to, you know, do the chauffeuring and things. So it sounds like the business really does need him. Oh my gosh, y'all. It is raining. It's thunderstorming here. And the electricity keeps going out. So it's going to take me forever to do this review. Oh my gosh. I mean, of course, y'all wouldn't feel the effects of it, but it's just me because my internet is going out, so it's not like I can, you know, just stop watching it on my DVR, but it's just a lot, so we're just gonna get through it anyway. Yeah, she's saying that he's gone a lot of the times, and at this point they had big plans for the family, big dreams, but at this point she is feeling like it's just a dream. She did want more children, but realistically Deuce is all that they can afford right now as far as availability. She said as many as people in the house, she still feels alone, meaning that she really wants that support from her husband, but he's not available to do that. So she's just very affected by it. She's crying and she's asking him, is he going to resent her for not having a child? And he said that he doesn't know, to be honest, but this is something that she's really serious about. She wants them to come together as a couple and really make this decision for their family. But Ross is not bending. He wants another child, and I don't feel like he's being realistic either. If you can barely be there for your wife now, how do you feel like you're going to be there for her when y'all have another child? You're traveling more than you're not. You're away more than you're not at this point. And you really feel like you're going to be there for her with another baby? No. If I was saying you, she should have said it, period, point blank, I don't want another child. I feel like the way that she worded it is kind of like, you're still capable of leaning towards having one. No, girl, you don't want to have another child, and he ain't doing shit to, you know, try to show you that he's going to clear up space, or he's in his schedule, or he's going to move the cars up to Atlanta like I discussed. Like, no, I would not have a baby with his ass or any additional babies with his ass because you ain't being present right now. Child, she by Sheree. Sheree done finally got her a business manager or somebody of some sort. She got somebody on her team, and she's explaining about fabrics that she's bought for years and spent tens and thousands of dollars on. And production shady ass is gonna pan the camera over to a rack of clothes that she got, and they gonna label it spring, summer, September 2017. I guess them the clothes that she was sitting on since the last reunion she was on. But anyway, listen, Sheree, she's talking about everybody been waiting on She by Sheree. You a goddamn lie. Okay, 14 years in the making. We ain't waiting no more. Your ass ain't never even prepared when Andy asks you, is that She by Sheree? You never prepared to give him a comeback. Why would we think that you was ever prepared to actually drop the damn clothing line? Please, get away from us with this. And I did not like the shirt that she was wearing, or jacket that she had with the dramatic puffs. Girl, I guess that's supposed to be athleisure wear. And I hate the logo. That she in a star shape. Girl, please, go back to the drawing board. We get a quick scene with Marlo and her son. Well, yeah, they are her sons, but her nephews. And she said ever since that phone call that they had with their mama, they've been acting out. The oldest one, he got a little smart with her when she was telling him to clean up. They down that little art guy, Kleenexing down some stuff. And, he got a little slick mouth like, all right now, you better watch it. And she also mentioned that she spoke to their older sister, who is actually in her late 20s, and the boys really aren't close to her like that because of the age gap, and then she lives in a different state. But Marlo was promoting their sister to go and, see about their mom. She really just doesn't want the kids to go through the same thing that she went through with her mom, but it's giving too late, sis. It's giving too late. Your sister got mental issues, and I think she said she was on drugs too at one point. I think she said that, but your sister is, they already experiencing it, boo. Moving on to Candy meeting up with Kenya and Manetta. She has finally made her debut into the RHOA group, and I'm so happy. She's being introduced to the group as Candy's friend because they really are friends. We know Manetta's history, or anybody who is either, a Neo fan or watched Hollywood X's Atlanta. Did I say Hollywood X's Atlanta? Not Hollywood X's. Some child. She was on one of them X shows. So, yeah. We all know about Manetta. Even if you didn't watch either one of those, or, familiar with Neo and his music, y'all know the fact that they were together, and she, her ovary situation and all of that. But we ain't here to talk about all of that because my girl has moved on. She has a new man. She is now Team Swirl, and she is ready to take over the world. Ooh, y'all see how I did that? So, yes, by the time this show was filmed, her wedding was a month ago, and they were discussing, the honeymoon and things like that, and using bedroom Candy and all of that. And then Manetta said something about Candy having a turkey drive before she had went out to L.A., and that sparked up the conversation from the brunch that the girls had last week, because remember, Candy wasn't there. So Kenya is like, girl, that was a topic of conversation. Marlo was saying that you wasn't being a good friend and that you don't show up, and then you tried to donate some clothes to her business or her charity and all of that. And Manetta's like, are you serious? She's talking about she ain't being a good friend. Like, this girl shows up. Candy shows up. And everybody knows that. Candy is definitely a very supportive friend. And Kenya said, when I was on Dancing with the Stars, she waited on her live for 2 hours for me to pop in. Like, she's very dedicated to her friends. But the thing is, like I said, Marlo and Sheree, y'all are really not friends with her like that. So I don't understand why y'all so in y'all feelings. Y'all just looking for an issue. So anyway, they start making this candle. And then the vibrating panty situation got brought up, and Kenya stood on what she said. Yes, I don't want nobody vibrating my coochie, and it's not my husband. If you are in close proximity to somebody else's husband, he can buzz me off, and that's very inappropriate. So then Candy, again, with her logic on this whole situation falling flat, yet again saying, okay, but you said that you would sleep with me if my husband was in the room. Girl, just because Todd was in attendance and she said that she would sleep with you, that does not mean that she wants Todd to buzz her panties. What are you even talking about? Again, you're saying that she's so freaky, but she couldn't deal with vibrating panties and them potentially being buzzed by somebody else's husband. At the end of the day, it's inappropriate because your husband is turning somebody else on. She might not feel comfortable with that. He might not feel comfortable with that. You should not feel comfortable with that. And get it through your damn head. Get it through your head, because you feel like because people are freaky and all of that, they can't have fucking limits. Girl, get out of here. But they was able to agree to disagree, get their differences out the way, make a candle. Kenya smelled Candy's candle and was like, "Ooh, it smelled real good." She was like, "Okay, yeah, well, my candle name is called Candy's Pussy. Now you done smelled it." Woo! Anyway, baby, we dropping in with Drew, okay? She invited all the girls, including Sonya, down to this gym, right? Candy, Marietta, Kenya's not there yet, but Marlo, Sheree, Sanya, they are there. Todd, Marietta's husband, Conehead, Ralph is in attendance. They are there. And they all have to weigh in. And pretty much all the women weigh around the same, like 150. Marlo weigh 180 something, but I think it's more so because of her height. But Sonya takes this time to talk to Ralph about the issues that she has with Ross. And I said immediately no. Immediately fuck no. If you want to talk to somebody about being busy and having kids, you should have talked to Todd. First of all, Todd is more logical than Ralph Conehead ass will ever be. So that's where you fucked up. One, because again, he told you some bullshit about you can't use you being busy as an excuse not to have kids. Excuse me? Like Sonya said, it seems like the man's needs are being put before the woman. I still have a legacy that I too want to leave behind. So yes, she needs to be on her grind. Fuck having a kid when in all reality, God don't have time for one. I said, oh my gosh, girl, you need to be talking to Todd, because Todd and Candy, they two busy people, and Riley always telling them they don't need to have kids. But child, hold on, wait. They might not be great either, because they went against the grain and had 2 more kids. And Candy still don't got time. But maybe they can be like, learn from us. We too busy and we decided to have 2 kids. And now we sitting here struggling. So maybe, it could go either way. Either way, don't seek out advice from Conehead ever in your life, Sanya. That was some bullshit right there. Marlo starting off on the wrong foot with Candy. She walked into the facility and she ignored Candy. Before they even got there, Candy was like, we dropping it with Drew, but is this even her place? And even with Marlo, Sheree, and Sonya was pulling up, they was like, child, she done went down to FedEx and printed out this big-ass poster. Nobody is believing that this is really her shit. And I ain't believing it either. Hell. Before they get to dropping it, they all together in this huddle, with the exception of Kenya, because like I said, she ain't there yet. And Candy is like, oh, Marlo, so now you want to talk to me. And Marlo was like, I ain't talking to you. No, you walk right past the girl. Anyway, say that fake shit. And Candy was like, okay, I thought our issues was resolved, but then I hear down at the brunch, y'all was still bringing stuff up. And they was like, yeah, well, we all talked about it. Yeah, y'all talked about it, but Marlo talked shit about it. That's the thing. Marlo talked shit about it. Sheree act like she wasn't being a good friend. Granted, they said all of this in her face, but y'all was talking shit. Like I said, all this shit is stupid. Next thing you know, they about to work out. And Todd gets this call and tells Candy that they have to go. So they just run out the door. Come to find out, Candy and Todd had to rush home because somebody jumped the community gate, then jumped their fence, if I'm not mistaken, sat on their porch, and the babysitter realized that it wasn't Amazon, somebody dropping off a package, and that's when she called the police. So they're charging him for trespassing, but it's just the babysitter there with the kids. So of course they have to go see what's going on with their kids and protect their house. So yeah, definitely whoever the hell that was, his ass is getting locked up, because don't play with people like that. You don't send people in a frenzy and interrupt their peace like that. I know too well about it, so definitely lock his black ass up, or whoever the hell he was. So back inside, it's finally time to really drop it with Drew. And I'm like, Marlo, why do you have that Dior pouch on? Girl, take that shit off. You doing too much. You was here to be cute. You cute nonetheless, but take that off. Girl, we are here to work out. I understand you get lipo, but still, listen, I don't know what was the moves that this trainer was trying to have them to do, child. He was giving one of them extra ass people who be in the gym, who be like doing push-ups with their knuckles, and then they hop on their arms and turning around and doing. I said, what? And this is the type of shit that make me not want to go to the gym, because I don't want to see that. I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be intimidated. And most importantly, I don't want to be sweating, okay? I don't like working out. So I understand why anybody would have reservations. So they're doing this extra ass workout, and Drew acting like she doing something. Sheree in her confessional, she gonna say, Drew's terrible mommy makeover and her exercise skills, no wonder why her ass still look like a busted can of biscuits. Sheree, that's shady. But it also could have been your shit. This could have been you. The way that you came through with your She by Sheree pants that had that ass poking, the yoga mat, and the water bottle. You see how you promote yourself? This could have been you, but you playing. Because you been should have had your athleisure wear jumping off back in 2017. But you see how easily obtainable this shit is, because somebody who got a bad mommy makeover obtained this. You see how she got to drop it with Drew, even though I still don't think that she's really the owner. She's just the face, like she said. You see how drop it with Drew is in motion? Your shit could have been in motion as well. And I'm mad at you for not really pursuing this fitness shit like you really should, because that body is banging. You show up in them pants and I said that ass is assing. But that's enough of that, because I'm tired of telling your ass, Sheree. You don't want to listen. I don't know what to tell you. But Drew, yes, you, ma'am, you was looking crazy. Sonya, you know, this her shit. So she in her element, and then Drew was just looking a mess. And I forgot to mention that Sonya did say on the way there that she was happy that Drew extended the invitation to her, because she wanted to get past this. And I said, okay, you might be all right with me if you can get past this. We might be able to see eye to eye again. Sonya was like, look, these workouts are way too advanced. Some of these people don't even know how to do some of this stuff. So the girls, you know, break up the scene. Kenya finally arrives after the workout, and they all start talking about dropping with Drew. They meet the business partner. So it originally started as the 21-day program. That's the name of the business. It's Jackie, her business partner's business. They have 5 different locations in Chicago. And she said they have one in Riverdale, but they reached out to Drew because they're not really familiar with the Atlanta scene like that. So she's the face to bring people in. So the girls are like, oh, okay, well, this makes sense. However, Drew, you are not an entrepreneur. This is not your business. You are strictly the face to bring people in because they're not familiar with the area. That's it. That's all. These are not your facilities type shit. Like, literally, it is confusing when Kenya was like, okay, so before she even started losing pounds, you changed the name over to Drop It with Drew, and they was like, yeah, what kind of bullshit is that? I am never changing the name of my business for somebody else, especially if they're not even giving the results that I want to see as the face of my program. So, Jackie, I'm starting to question your business skills as far as rebranding or whatever the hell you call yourself doing. I mean, obviously, it's a success, but to give this girl the name and the face of your business, it's giving weird. And then Drew tried to shade the girl, talking about, I mean, some businesses haven't even made it off the ground yet. We still waiting on She by Sheree. And I mean, we not gonna lie. You definitely call her out on her shit, but sis is definitely ready to promote. I mean, you can promote all day, but if you ain't showing us material, multiples, ready for sale, then we don't believe you, Sheree. So, I mean, I ain't gonna jump on Drew for keeping it real. Mangetta, they got the party started. She talking about she want to speak on behalf of Candy and what was said down at the brunch, because, you know, they really never discussed it. And Marlo was like, okay, so Kenya, I'm assuming you the one who went back and told Candy that I was talking about her. And Kenya was like, yeah, and when I report back accurately. So, yeah, I said exactly what you said, and she did. So Marlo was in her feelings talking about, Kenya just keep hurting me, and she don't know how to be a friend. I'm tired of that. You don't know how to be a friend, Marlo, because if that's the case, you wouldn't have questioned Kenya being genuine and questioned her being sick to not show up for Sheree. You were the one who tried to put the battery in Sheree's back to get to looking at Kenya in a different light over the damn Tyrone event y'all decided to throw for her. That shit is stupid. You don't really have Kenya's best interest at heart. Kenya has been showing up for you as a friend, and all that you've been doing behind the scenes, behind her back, is talking shit. How is she supposed to be a friend to you when you literally was calling her the biggest hoe of the 90s outside of that damn Jamaican dinner? What are you talking about? You really feel like you're being a supportive friend? Do you? And then she want to be sarcastic talking about, Kenya, teach me how to be a friend. Bitch, fuck you. And then, of course, she gets to talking about Kenya's butt, her face, her settling for Mark. Like, the thing with Marlo is all her beefs are literally coming out of thin air. It's no really legit reason why she's going so hard for these situations. Like, you never were Kenya's friend, because if that's the case, you wouldn't have took that little issue and ran with it and tried to dog her out. If you were really her friend, you would never said none of that shit. And like I said, it's always the other person who ends up slipping when it comes down to Kenya trying to rekindle something with somebody or make up. So yeah, fuck Marlo. She does too motherfucking much, and she's just weak. Like, she literally has nothing to fucking stand on. So every time she argues, she literally sounds fucking stupid. But she ended up getting in Kenya's face, and Kenya's like, back up. Like, girl, see, and you want to start a fight with her because why are you getting that close to her? I'm so tired of Marlo. So the girls break them up, right? Because Marlo, she doesn't have her hands in Kenya's face. She does have her hands, you know, behind her back, but you're still in her face. You're leaning forward in her face. So that still doesn't take away from the fact that you were in her personal space. She was asking you to back up and you kept leaning forward. So at this point, they're breaking them up, and Kenya is getting pissed off because it's like, girl, do not fucking try me. So then they go outside. The girls go outside. Marlo acting like she about to run down on Kenya, doing the fucking most. And Kenya ends up leaving. But Marlo in her confessional, again, is saying that she's not a good friend. But it's just like, bitch, you're two-faced. So I don't even want to hear none of that. So Kenya leaves, and Marlo was telling Mayetta that she's from the hood, but she's not going to talk about your mother, your husband, or your children. As soon as that word mother came out her mouth, I said, bitch, you a motherfucking lie. And then Bravo went and provided the receipts. The fact that she then spoke on Kenya on 3 of the topics that she said that she will not speak on. She said, you know, the comment about her mother not loving her, that was one. There looked like a live that Marlo was on saying that Kenya was lying about being pregnant. And then she spoke on her husband. So I was like, bitch, I can't. Over at Candy's house, everything seems fine. The kids are fine. The babysitter is fine, but she did say that she had everything on camera. This guy is saying that he was told to come over to Candy's house because he's a songwriter, and I guess she would let him in because he T.I.'s son. Obviously, there's some mental health issues going on. You can see him talking to the cops, but he honestly should have been arrested because you don't do shit like that. You do not invade people's privacy like that. That's unacceptable. So then we get back to the drop it with Drew headquarters. Ha ha ha, I'm being sarcastic. But anyway, we down at this facility, and Sanya wants to talk to Drew one-on-one. She apologized for, you know, making Drew feel like she was ganged up on, and she said if there's an issue that she's feeling, she's going to talk to her right away about it. So, all right, y'all made amends. I love to see it, and I hope that y'all keep it the same way. And Sanya, your behavior towards how you address drama changes, because we definitely was not feeling you, girl. So then they start talking about how Ross is not feeling her right now because she's not really trying to have another baby. Again, you're talking to the wrong people, Drew. But you have to have that for your husband. For my husband, because you don't want him to be unhappy and resent you. That's the reason why I decided to have a baby girl for Ralph. Okay, you decided to have another kid with him, and then what? Guess what? He's still walking around like he resents you and he don't like you and he's disrespecting you. So, girl, that didn't fix or save nothing. Like, ooh, girl. And just like Sanya said, we were conditioned to have this mentality, and that's not the case. What about me? What about me? Okay? For real, it's like, this is why you cannot talk to any and everybody. Sanya, you getting advice from the wrong people. Anyway, that was the end of the episode, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. I thought it was a pretty good episode. Let's get down in the comments and talk. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Oh, yeah, and also do not forget to check us out on the Whether You Like It or Not panel. We will be on Scotty by Nature TV's channel tomorrow. It'll be in the community tab, so be on the lookout for that. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye.